This is an optional video if you prefer to use a service called MAMP to set up WordPress on your own computer. If you followed along successfully in the last video and set up WordPress using Flywheel, then you can go ahead and skip this video and move on to the next section. If you prefer to use MAMP and you don't already have it installed, you'll need to go over to mamp.info and then click on the free download. MAMP is a local development environment which can be used on Mac and Windows, and it provides us with an environment which will run PHP and also a MySQL database, which is a requirement for using WordPress. The next step is to actually download WordPress from wordpress.org. Click on Get WordPress, and then we can download the latest version, which is currently at 5.2. Downloading this is a requirement if we are self-hosting WordPress on our computer using MAMP. So the next step, once MAMP has been downloaded, is to go over to the MAMP folder and also open up the downloads. MAMP inside of here will have a elephant icon. We can double click on this and open up the MAMP start page. This is going to allow us to start the servers. And if you see the two green lights at the top for the server and the database, then everything is running okay. Next up, inside the MAMP directory, we have this htdocs folder. And it's inside here where we add all of our projects. So I'm going to add our WordPress project into here. In the downloads, I'm going to unzip the WordPress folder. And then rename this Tranquil WP. Hit enter, and now we can drag this over to the htdocs. If you're using a Mac, you may need to add a password in at this stage. And then we can close both these windows down. The next step is to create a database for our WordPress project. We can do this using MAMP from the web start page. If we click on this icon, go over to Tools and then PHP My Admin. From here, we can create a new database from the Databases tab. I'm going to call my database Tranquil Spa with a hyphen. Click on Create, and that's it all done. The next step is to go over to MAMP, double check which port we're running on by clicking on Preferences. I'm running on port 8888. So all we need to do now is go over to localhost 8888. Hit enter, and then we're taken to the contents of the htdocs. This will give us a link for the one and only project I have, which is Tranquil WP. If we select this, we're then taken to the WordPress installation script, where we can begin by choosing our language. Click on Continue. This stage tells us which requirements we will need, such as a database username and password. We already have this all set up, so we can click on Let's Go. So the database name, exactly as we added in PHP My Admin, was Tranquil Spa with the hyphen. We didn't set up an additional user. If you did, you'll need to add the username and password to suit your database. Otherwise, we can just type in root and root for the password too. We're using a local host. And we can also optionally change the table prefix. I'm going to change mine to tranquil_db. Then submit this. And if you see this message, that means that everything has been now connected to our database and we are ready to run the WordPress installation. This doesn't take too long to do. So the WordPress installation needs to know the site title. I want to call this the Tranquil Spa. The username, this is the username and password which we're going to use to log in to the WordPress backend or the WordPress dashboard. I'm going to call mine Tranquil_admin. The password, you can keep it as the generated one, or you can add a password of your choice. The email address. And then complete the installation by clicking this button. Good, we're now ready to log in using the username and password, which we just created. So click on login. Then we can enter these details into WordPress. So Tranquil Admin, the password, remember me, and then log in. Once we are logged in, we will be taken to the WordPress dashboard, which is the admin area for our site. It will allow us to control things such as the pages, the posts, we can upload any media, we can control comments, and the settings and appearance of our site. But we'll go through these in more detail as we progress through the course. We can also view our site by hovering over Tranquil Spa and clicking Visit Site. This will then take us to the default theme. So you'll see something which looks like this once you reach this stage. If you need to get back to the dashboard, all you need to do is click on the site title or go down to the dashboard link, and this will take us back to the dashboard. If you now reach this stage, this is WordPress all now set up on your computer, and you can now progress to the next section where we'll begin to build our WordPress site.